Amy and I came across a social media post detailing poltergeist activity at a local bar. After watching the unnerving footage of a chair mysteriously being pushed off a bar counter, Amy and I knew and were compelled to reach out to the owners and ask for permission to come in and investigate. Much to our surprise, we were given exclusive access, being the first team to come in and delve into this paranormal mystery.
Anticipation mounts as we prepare for what lies ahead, especially considering that tonight's investigation coincides with the full moon. As we gear up and gather our equipment, we can't help but wonder about the eerie encounters that may unfold during tonight's exploration. Upon entering the rear section of the bar, you'll immediately spot a name and date etched into the concrete. Stay tuned for intriguing details about this discovery. Amy contacts her new friend Paige, a professional psychic medium, to inquire about any relevant information for tonight's investigation.
All right, so we're here at Pourhouse 222 in New Bern, North Carolina, and it is a little before 3 o'clock, the witching hour. The bar here is open until 2, so they're still downstairs cleaning, but we're in an unfinished part of the building, and we're going to start our investigation here. Maybe a little ambient noise from downstairs. They are still working, and they do still have a little light music playing, so we're going to make sure that we debunk that if we hear anything, but we're basically going to be concerned with our equipment up here. We've got a millimeter out, we've got a REM pod out, and
Also set a cat ball up.
there's a cat ball back there, and we're going to see what we can get up here while they're finishing up downstairs.
Amy hinted at the staff cleaning up before, prompting us to initiate our investigation on the second floor. Upon entering the room, an undeniable sense of presence overcame me, as if unseen eyes were following our every move. Throughout the investigation, we engaged in an EVP session, where playback revealed no audible voices. Despite this, our REM pod, motion light ball, static camera, and tripwire yielded no evidence. In a pivotal moment, Amy opted to switch to our SLS camera.
If you are here, and you'd like to show yourself to us, you can do that. Okay, shoot back this way. Camera. Oh, hello? Is that you? Is that you up there? In the fan? You were in this box down here. Now you're in both places. Is there two of you there? We would love for you to come over and say hello. What is that box down there?
It's like a little plastic box.
What are you hanging out in the fan for?
For the next few minutes, the SLS figure persistently interacts with the box. It remains uncertain whether this is residual energy linked to something within the box and the fan, and after a brief period, all activity from the SLS camera abruptly ceases. As Amy and I concluded our exploration of the second floor after 45 minutes, the SLS camera captured a stick figure interacting with objects in the box and the fan. At that moment, the bartender, Nick, notified us that he was ready for us to continue our investigation on the first floor. We proceeded to set up our static cameras, eager to begin our exploration and potentially establish communication with Charlie. While Amy retrieved the paranormal music box, I asked the bartender, Nick, to dim the lights in preparation for our investigation, aiming to establish communication with Charlie. What you're about to witness is the most compelling evidence we have ever captured on camera, featuring real-time responses to our questions. During this part of the investigation, we invited bartender Nick to join us, a self-professed skeptic, to participate, adding a unique perspective to our investigation. Our primary tool in this investigation is the paranormal music box, equipped with a sensor that triggers the music when activated by a presence within its narrow field of view. Additionally, we have introduced a new device known as the tripwire EMF cable, which lights up in varying colors based on the strength of detected energy. We will also be using an Ovilus 5 for spirit communication, a REM pod to detect electromagnetic field changes, a millimeter to measure EMFs, a digital recorder to capture any unexplained voices, an SLS camera for scanning, and old shoes found in the building to serve as a trigger object. During our interaction with the entity, lasting nearly 2 hours, we will present the key moments captured in the video for your viewing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I offend you?
Can you make it stop? Thank you.
That's really good to stop on command. Thank you.
We've observed that Nick's dynamic with Charlie is a lighthearted one, filled with friendly banter. It's important to note that we do not support taunting or showing disrespect towards any spirits during our investigations. With that being said, the question on our mind is, could the spirit's name be Charlie?
If I ask you questions and the answer is yes, will you make the music box go, please? Do you like being called Charlie? Do you think it's funny when Nick calls?
Charlie, do you know I'm playing with you? No? Did I hurt your feelings?
He's sorry. Do you
Wow.
do you accept his apology?
I'm sorry, Charlie.
If
So
you-
Charlie's sensitive.
If you accept his apology, can you make the music box go off, please?
I'm sorry.
We were intrigued to find out if Charlie was indeed the one who caused the bar chair to fall off the bar counter, and if so, what might have been the reason behind it.
We really appreciate you coming out and talking with us. I'm Amy, this is Nick. I think you know the other Nick, and we mean no disrespect to you. We know that you knocked the bar stool off. Did you knock? You did, yes. You did knock the bar stool off. Did you do it because you're mad that they're working on the building? You don't like that?
There you go. Not a fan of the...
Not a fan of the construction.
Okay, I'm gonna walk in front of the sensor.
That's you.
Yep, that's me. That's me.
Sorry, Charlie. You don't like the work in the building. So Nick poured you a shot of whiskey. Do you like whiskey? Were you a drinker when you were alive? Were you alive? Were you a living person, Charlie? No, he's gone.
It might be all the energy that he was able to produce. Do you like bourbon? Do you like gin? Do you like tequila? Do you like vodka? Do you like a liqueur? Do you like beer?
Wine? You like wine?
So you're
You're a wine drinker?
Do you enjoy that they leave a shot out for you? Or do you want them to leave out a glass of wine? If a glass of wine, can you make it go off?
Did you like white wine? Or red wine? Hooch? Just plain old wine? But you're a wine drinker, huh?
Might be all the energy that it has. All right, maybe we'll get the spirit box.
We'll give you a break.
Before going any further with our investigation, we had limited information about Charlie's life. It wasn't until we completed the investigation that I dug deeper into his story, and was I surprised at what I had learned that correlated to our investigation. Through my research, I discovered that Charlie's journey was quite remarkable, and anyone can spend countless hours reading about him. In my research about Charlie, his story began as an errand boy in his father's shop in New Bern, the building we're currently in. In 1914, his father started the building expansion process, and once complete, Charlie etched his name in the cement. In 1915, Charlie took over the business with the support of his brothers Harry and Abe. His entrepreneurial spirit over the years led him to expand his mercantile business from New Bern, North Carolina to Asheville, North Carolina, and all the stores in between, even as far as New York City. Despite his success, Charlie always remembered his roots and generously gave back to the community that meant so much to him.
But thank you so much for communicating with us. That was the best.
Did it go
thank
again?
you. Yeah, I think you just said you're welcome. That's you've really done a good job.
Yeah, let me turn this
And we've
on.
learned a lot. That's why we're here, is to try to learn who you are and tell your story.
For the next few minutes, Nick becomes both curious and skeptical of the paranormal music box. He engages with the device, trying to determine the angle and depth of the sensor located on the front. Amy wanted to demonstrate to Nick that in order for the paranormal music box to activate, one must enter the sensor's line of sight. While I fetched additional equipment, Amy and Nick conducted an experiment to determine the field of view for the paranormal music box. Amy went as far as stepping outside to investigate if any external factors were triggering the paranormal music box.
I don't think Charlie likes being outside.
I think it was picking me up a little bit outside.
Well, Nick was just saying that he said, I don't think Charlie likes you being outside.
Oh, yeah? Well, it was picking me up, I thought, a little bit. Charlie, are you glad I'm back inside?
Or maybe he was glad you were outside. Were you glad that she was outside?
Do you want... Is there anything going outside?
And
No.
as a matter of fact, there's
Do
nothing.
you hate women?
Do you hate women, Charlie?
Misogynist a little bit?
Or did you like that I was sitting...
Not a fan of women.
Not a fan of women.
Because I remember... Do you remember I was telling you when Coral and I were talking at the light? Because it was...
Charlie, can you please stop for just a minute? Just a minute. Thank you.
Are you upset that she said to tell you to stop?
Thank you. Just a minute.
It's kind of funny because when Coral and I were talking to the light because it was fading in and out, we asked if Charlie was a misogynist, if he didn't like women.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it
I remember you telling me that. Hey, Charlie, are you the one making the lights go dim?
Is it someone else?
Or someone else making the lights go dim? Thank you. I didn't mean to piss you off to ask you to stop, but we needed to have a conversation. Do you like that music box? Do you think it's neat? That gives you something to play with?
Yep.
You like that? Is it better than knocking bar stools off the bar?
Or did you like knocking bar stools?
You like knocking that bar stool off the bar, didn't you, Charlie?
Is that you? Or something else?
Where's that tripwire?
Yeah, let's get the tripwire out.
Woo!
Goosebumps?
No, not quite, but like, yes and no. I don't know.
All right,
While we give
put it?
Charlie a break, Nick persists in engaging with the paranormal music box. Meanwhile, Amy and I introduce the spirit box in the hopes of hearing Charlie's voice or any other spirits present. Additionally, we unveil a new device called the Tripwire EMF cable, which illuminates in various colors corresponding to the intensity of detected energy.
Hey, Charlie, can you come have a seat?
You. Have a seat.
You want me to have
You
a
have
seat?
a seat.
You want to have a seat with me?
Charlie, can we hear your voice?
Unbeknownst to us at the time, a childlike voice echoed through the spirit box, a foreshadowing of the eerie consistency we would later encounter when using the SLS camera.
Would you like to take a shot with me? A shot?
In a surprising turn of events, we once again heard the familiar childlike voice call out Nick's name.
I think you've got plenty of energy to spend. Yeah?
Over the following minutes, we persisted in asking questions, eagerly anticipating Charlie's voice.
Take a shot with me? Have a seat in your chair? If you have a seat in your chair, these little lights will change colors. Change colors. Change colors.
Upon inquiring about the number of spirits present, the familiar childlike voice reassured us of his presence. Subsequently, eerie paranormal music affirmed the presence of 3 spirits, coupled with another spirit audibly calling out Nick's name. Though I may not have registered at that moment, my body reacted to the words spoken through the spirit box.
How many spirits are in this building? What did it say?
I think it said 3. Are there 3 spirits here? Yes?
I just got major chills over my body.
Are
It
there
was 3 brothers.
3 brothers? Is this the 3 brothers? Are the 3 of you together? Okay, a car just went by and that thing did not go off. A car just went by. Thank you. We were testing out the music box. A car went by outside and it did not set the music box off. It's you, isn't it, Charlie?
As a reminder, Charlie has a fondness for wine. In my preliminary investigation, I uncovered Charlie's routine trips to New York to procure premium goods for enhancing his store, acquiring agricultural products, and obtaining high-end clothing items for his shop. This information was shared with Amy and Nick, prompting Amy to inquire further about Charlie's travels.
Can you stop just a second? I'm gonna ask some questions. Did you bring back corn? Did you bring back wheat? Did you bring back strawberries? Did you bring back grapes? Grapes? Because you went to New York and got grapes, didn't you? Smooth.
Quest. Going to New York was a quest.
So why did you bring grapes back? Gasp, assault. Did you bring grapes back to make wine?
Makes sense.
You did. So was it wine for like Jewish celebrations? Yes?
Wow.
They were Jewish.
That's why. So you would drink the wine during celebration time? But then you brought back extra grapes to sell them to people? Yes? Were they red grapes? Were they white grapes? Were they, I don't know.
Muscadine?
Muscadine grapes? Yes. Sweet grapes? I don't know if they grow muscadine in New York. I don't know. Sweet grapes? Did you make a sweet wine?
Well, what's the ice wine? Is it just white grapes?
Well, it can be red without the...
Gotcha.
But I think a lot of the grapes up there are white.
Yeah.
I think it's a white grape area.
Wasn't it muscadine white?
Mm-hmm. Do you have a special recipe for your wine that you like to make? All right, let's go back to the shoes. Are these shoes that y'all through?
The moment you touch the shoes.
Sink through. Did they sink down into the ground? Because they found them under here. They did? Were these shoes that y'all sold? Scent moss. That's the second time we've gotten barrel. Day, pole.
There you go.
There you go. You can see it there. It generates words. Tell me about these shoes. Did they belong to somebody or did they just get lost in the shuffle? Did you make the shoes here? I don't think y'all made. You did? You made shoes?
That is the most intelligent responses that we've gotten from that device. This is the first ever.
What's even more intriguing is that one of the owners, Paige, had mentioned earlier that they discovered these shoes while excavating the floor for plumbing installation. When Amy asked about the shoes, the Ovilus 5 and Paranormal Music Box both confirmed that they were unearthed.
Happened, dug them.
You dug them? They dug them. They dug these up, for sure.
After Amy sneezed, the Paranormal Music Box immediately responded, followed by the activation of the tripwire. It felt like a confirmation from Charlie.
Excuse me. Thank you.
I think it just said bless you.
Did it?
Like it blinked twice.
No.
Having previously shown Charlie's name etched into the concrete at the entrance to the back area, Amy now seeks clarification from Charlie himself, inquiring whether he was the one who inscribed his name in the concrete.
Hey Charlie, did you write your name in the back there on the concrete? When you did, when you were a little boy?
Wow.
And hey, how many times did you do it? Did you do it 4 times? Did you do it 3 times? Did you do it 2 times? Did you do it 1 time?
1 time.
Well, we've seen 2.
The back is Chaz.
Chaz?
So we always thought it was Charlie.
And then Chaz.
Well, abbreviated like.
Yeah, yes? Malicious. What's
Tool, Northern had tools here.
What's malicious? Are you malicious? No, I didn't think so. So did you write your name once as Charlie and once as Chaz? Yes. Thank you.
And it said...
During the next round of questions, Amy directly asked Charlie about his favorite employee, leading to truly astonishing revelations.
Who's your favorite employee here? Can you name some names of employees here?
Michael, Maddie, Coral, Nick, Quentin, Bernice, Paige, David.
You like David?
Oh, that's awesome. on command. What about Paige? You like Paige too?
David, your favorite? You can't show him this.
Wow.
Would you like David to sit down and have a drink with you?
After Amy posed the question, would you like David to join you for a drink? You will hear a disembodied voice of an older man saying, no, yes.
That much. What do you like David? Do you like David because you think he's funny? You think he's funny?
Is David like a jokester?
Is David a jokester?
Apparently.
Oh, according to him. Wonder about the REM pod.
I can go get it.
I mean, we're getting great stuff with this. I don't know that we need to. If hey, that's you.
Think.
The angle is so small.
Yeah.
And it's not above it.
As a reminder, Charlie has shown a preference against women. Nick suggested revisiting the employees' names with Charlie to discern his preferences, confirming his disfavor towards a particular gender. What adds to the intrigue are Charlie's sentiments towards Amy, which proved to be even more surprising.
But none of the women, correct? You don't like the women.
And then something just came through the spirit box.
And you don't like me either, do you? Because I'm a woman. Oh, you're okay with me? You're iffy. Iffy. I do have a glass of whiskey in front of me, bourbon in front of me. I mean, I can't be all bad. And wine. I'll drink both of those and more.
Another voice just came through.
Initially unaware of the tripwire being activated and unable to comprehend the message from the spirit box in real time, the revelation only surfaced upon reviewing the footage later. It was truly mesmerizing to witness Charlie's perceptions of Amy captured simultaneously from 3 different devices.
Oh, you're okay with me? You're iffy. Iffy. Iffy.
I wanted to know Charlie's thoughts on someone sitting in his chair. The response to the spirit box was truly remarkable.
I have a question for you. Do you like people sitting in your chair?
Do you wish that no one would sit in your chair? Do you care if anybody, you don't care if anybody sits in your chair? Do you care if anybody, you don't care if anybody sits in your chair? Do you care if anybody, you don't care if anybody sits in your chair?
So you don't care if anyone sits in your chair? Another voice just came through.
We were curious to know if Charlie or any other spirit present was prepared for us to move forward. What you're about to hear is a disembodied voice captured by my camera's microphone.
What about, or do you just want us to leave?
Do you want us to go? Have you had enough of us?
Do you want us to stay a while and talk some more?
If you want us to leave, we'll leave. We come out of respect and love. If you don't want us here, do you want us to go?
Do you want us to stay?
Amy wanted to know which cities near New Bern Charlie had visited in his life. Through our research after this investigation, we confirmed the city he had been to.
I think we've gotten a lot of communication through here. You've been talking to us through here too, haven't you? You have. I know. Sometimes it's hard to hear, but when we go back, we'll listen. And okay. And we live in Greenville. Do you know where Greenville is? Did you ever go to Greenville? No? I bet you did. Did you ever go to Jacksonville? Did you ever go to Little Washington? Did you ever go to Kinston?
Went to Kinston?
James City.
James City? Went to Kinston some? Because Kinston used to be a big deal. Greenville wasn't such a big deal.
Amy asked Charlie once more for his thoughts on the building and renovations, revealing how Charlie truly feels about the situation.
The department store that S. Copeland & Son was here, and the hair salon.
Oh, okay.
Used to be one building.
So the hair salon used to be part of this building, yes? Yes. And so then they broke it up to make it several smaller buildings. Did that make you mad when they broke it up? It did? You liked it the way it was before? Yes. You are, I don't even know what to say, Charlie. You are doing
Fabulous.
I am a 100% believer in the afterlife, but you're making me be 1,000% believer in the afterlife. I want to go do other parts of the building, but we're getting so much here, I don't want to move.
No,
We might just call this episode Conversations with Charlie. Would you like that?
You would?
Would you like us to tell your story to other people? So that more people will learn about you and maybe come visit you and talk with you for a while? Do you mind if we do? You don't mind? No, you don't care? Okay. Don't care. And I swear to God, man, you can check my, I do not control this thing. I don't. There's nothing here. Nothing here. I have nothing in my pockets other than some crystals to keep anything from attaching to me. Things, hey Charlie, things like to follow me home. While I'm enjoying talking to you, you are not allowed to follow me home, okay? Do you understand that?
Never done anything.
Yeah, I've had things follow me home. Yes, I have, haven't I? You know I have. It's not fun. That's why I carry crystals in my pocket. I have a little bag full of crystals that I carry to keep things from.
Amy and I decided to introduce another device called a REM pod in the hopes that Charlie would confirm our communication with him. We were astonished by his response.
All right, let's see.
Try a different thing.
So when you touch it, if you get close, or if you touch it, so.
It's the same concept as the music box.
I'm gonna put this on. Put it over here.
After I explained how the REM pod works, Amy requested Charlie to touch the device to signal his presence. It wasn't until Amy placed the REM pod on Charlie's chair, combining it with the paranormal music box, that the truly remarkable results unfolded.
All right, we've got it in the chair now. We got it in your chair. Maybe you can interact with it a little bit better there. Because we work hard to disprove things that we get, but this is by far the most we've gotten of intelligent back and forth for this long.
This could be, I mean, no one's been in here to investigate, has there? So I think I think he's been waiting to communicate.
You wanted people to know that you're here, didn't you? That's why you knocked the stool off the bar. You're like, hello? You want people to know you're here. Well, we're going to let everybody know that you're here. We're going to let everybody know that you're here and that you want people to come and say hello to you. You have made your presence known. Good job.
Hey, Charlie, do you want your own plaque for your seat to let people know that you're there? Do you care or not care?
Do you want recognition, Charlie? You do? Do you want that like on the wall that says this is Charlie's seat? You would like that?
That is amazing.
So maybe we'll ask him if they can.
That.
Maybe they'll ask him that if we can do that, that they can do that for you.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
It said necessary pray.
Pray, like I would pray to have that. Necessary. That is necessary. There you go.
Yeah. Can you move something else? You had enough strength to knock that chair over.
Maybe you can touch the box or whatnot.
Yeah. Can you touch this? Maybe.
It might be the music box.
So
My phone.
That's how close you got to be to it. So you got to be real close to it.
Hey, Charlie. Yeah, that'll do that with your hand. Hey, Charlie, can you make that go off? Is this little green light you're making, is that you? Rather than push the chair over, could you just maybe touch that? Try to push that? So if you try, that's Nick. If you try to push it, it'll go off like that.
Did the REM pod just go off?
No, I did that.
No, but before that.
It did a little bit. Can you make the REM pod go off? That would be so awesome.
Around 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Would you like us to give you a break for a minute and come back? We can go to the bathroom. See what's going on in the bathroom. What about that? Would you like that? Maybe we give you a break for a minute. You like that?
Oh, there it goes. Finally.
Thank you for doing that.
Appreciate it. It finally went off.
You're welcome.
What?
The music box. He's like, you're welcome. You use that for your welcome, don't you, Charlie, the music box? Thank you for making
Thank you.
Thank you for making the REM pod go off.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can you see it?
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I got all the cameras on it.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'll tell you what, Charlie. We're gonna leave you alone for a little bit, but we're gonna leave a camera out here. We're gonna leave these lights out here, but we're gonna go back to the bathroom, give you a break, okay?
There it goes again.
That's it. Give you a little break. That's you.
Couple inches, maybe an inch and a half. No, an inch.
That's probably you. You're kind of in the periphery of it. Yeah, that's you.
Some of that's weird.
Thank you for making the REM pod go off, Charlie. I appreciate that.
Shortly after Charlie triggered the REM pod, the atmosphere grew quiet. We then gave Charlie a break and shifted our focus to investigating the middle bathroom, where reports of light switches flickering off on their own.
It still could be Charlie because I do know they'll get notifications of people walking in the hallway.
Oh, yeah?
So he does congregate.
So walking up and down this way?
Yeah, so the owners, David and Paige, they'll get notifications from the cameras there.
That it's somebody.
Someone's loitering, so the cameras will be like off, deactivated until they see movement.
Yeah.
And they'll get movement up and down the hallway into the main bar. So
Well, I wonder then, Nick, I wonder if we should take this and do it up and down the hallway rather than in and out of the bathroom.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
During Amy's questioning to provoke a response, two significant discoveries emerged. Confirmation from a spirit regarding my intuition and the peculiar activity in the hallway.
Hey, can somebody tell me, is there anything bad here? I don't think there is. But if there is, could you tell me, please? Said something.
Yeah.
The second discovery came to light after we redirected our attention to Charlie at the front. It was only later, following Nick's mention of previous security alerts regarding hallway activity, that we observed the tripwire detecting energy. This confirmation aligns with the earlier notifications of loitering. As we near the end of our investigation, we undertake a final step, the Estes method, a sensory deprivation technique involving a blindfold and noise-canceling headphones to isolate the participant. By listening to a spirit box while Amy asks questions, we hope any present spirits will communicate through it. Nick, eager to take part, recalls the moment at 6:09 a.m. when the chair toppled off the bar counter. Shortly thereafter, we initiate the Estes method. Despite Amy's many questions, no responses come through the spirit box. It isn't until Amy inquires about Charlie that Nick unexpectedly responds with fold.
Fold. Are you outdone? Are you folding?
Unbeknownst to us, the SLS camera I had positioned captured a taller stick figure lingering behind Nick from earlier. Then, just before commencing the Estes method, a curious child-sized stick figure manifested next to Amy. This occurrence aligns with the activity detected by the tripwire. As we wrap up our exploration at the Pourhouse 222, the imprint of the evidence gathered will forever remain with us.
And I swear to God, man, you can check my, I do not control this thing. I don't.
We extend heartfelt gratitude to David and Paige for graciously granting us access to investigate their establishment. A special thank you goes out to Nick for his invaluable participation and shared experiences within these haunting walls.
Hey, is your name Charlie?
While the evidence may be hard to believe, rest assured that the encounters were undeniably real for each of us. To our dedicated viewers, we appreciate your unwavering support until the very end. If you enjoyed what you watched and haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, we invite you to do so. Stay tuned for our next investigation.